When we last left our intrepid Zmisi occultists, they were being blasted back by a preternatural wind in the stone and dirt basement of the Zmisi Voivode's castle. And a horrifying swamp thing-like monster rose from the blood-soaked summoning circle where the two Zmisi had been chanting for many hours in almost total darkness. And as he manifests inside the circle, several crystals, I suppose, on the outer edges of the circle begin to glow a faint, murky purple. And this thing lunges forward at you, Anthony, and his face stops as if it abruptly hit something as it tries to pass the side of the circle. And its eyes roll a little bit in its head, and then in your mind you hear the words, "Why have you summoned me?"
To learn from you. May I make a intelligence occult for proper terminage?
Sure.
Okay. Anthony read the rules.
You could also probably just ask him.
Yeah, but I want to roll dice. Shut up, Jack.
Alright, roll some fucking dice. You don't care.
Alright, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spend a point of willpower. One, 2, 3, 4. I have a specialty in Coldonism.
Okay, generally they ask for one of a few things. One would be the life of X amount of mortals to be sacrificed in their honor. Another would be for you to, depending on the spirit or the demon that you summon, defile yourself in some way that they find amusing. And a third would be a trial that they would give you to determine your worth. As for exacts, it varies wildly from creature to creature, and you've not seen this one before.
Okay, with the amount of successes that I have, would I know what type of creature this is?
Yeah, this is some sort of earth-affiliated demon, for lack of a better term. It's really like a Coldunic spirit or whatever you guys call it, but yeah, it's earth-affiliated.
So it's a corrupted Earthbane. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you ask of me for your service in teaching me the ways of the spirits of the earth?
In your head, you hear a response. Much blood has already been spilt in my honor. My halls overflow with the suffering souls of mortals. Your master, he points over to the Zmisi voivode over his shoulder, who's been knocked back and is still getting himself up off the floor from the huge shockwave that blew him out of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Has performed filthy acts to the point that I have become desensitized to them, and they no longer amuse me. If you wish to prove your worth, then you must spread my name throughout the province. And he kind of takes both hands and he puts them in the crease between his pectoral muscles,
mm-hmm.
and just sort of pulls them to the side. And as he does, it's almost like luminous black, if that makes any sense. Like it's just so dark that it's glowing black. He reaches into this thing, and there's just like the cacophonous barking of hounds that you can hear before he demands silence. But it doesn't do anything because these are abyss dogs.
Alright.
And after a second bellow, the barking ceases. But from out of this glowing blackness in his chest falls several black stones. I'll tell you exactly how many once I figure it out. Alright, so there's 6 black stones. And he just kind of like drops them with a flick of his wrist, and they roll out of the circle at your feet. These are my seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Plant 1 of each seed in each of the cities of this province, and for 3 consecutive nights, feed or make sure that they are fed and soaked in blood. On the dawning of the 4th day, structures in my honor will grow, and my word will be spread. Do this for me, and all of the secrets of the earth shall be opened to you.
I shall do this.
Very well. Now release me.
I look to the void today because this ritual is behind me.
The voivode kind of like stumbles forward, and then with 1 foot kicks one of the crystals out of its formation, and this like red light flashes in the demon's eyes, and then make me a Dex Athletics to dodge as he lunges at you.
Oh no. Okay.
His head just like kind of jerks forward, his neck extending like a snake as it flies towards your face, and his mouth open. Alright, nice one. Yeah, you totally dodge it as he hacks this dark reddish brown mass from the inner, like, I don't even know, workings of his throat right at your face, and step out of the way. It hits the wall behind you and sizzles and sears and begins to, for lack of a better term, glow black, like the hole in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And his body basically gets sucked into that hole, his face first, and his neck extends, and his whole body turns into like a sandy wisp, and it rockets past you with like a deafening wind roar, and all this dirt is kicked up, and you and the voivode can't really see because there's like a whirlwind of dirt. The circle in the middle of the ground is like completely destroyed, and then as the dust settles, you see that the black hole essentially has dissipated, and the demon is no more. And the voivode turns to you and says, "Ah, my child, what did the spirit ask from you?"
The spirit asks that an offering of blood be given, as well as 3, as he picks up the stones, 5 of these stones be planted in different provinces, and the word of its creature be spread.
Ah, a very dangerous task in these nights. I will see to it that after you plant these seeds, my men will water some of them for you. Pick the city which you wish to spread his word in the most, and you will be responsible for watering those seeds. As for the others, I will send the apostles to sate their thirst.
Very well. He picks up the stones and heads to a province.
All right.
Just about his work.
Right on. Switching over to Malvosin. UAD's Malvosin. PJ,
Yo,
if you
yo,
want.
yo.
Okay, so Malvosin has kind of come out to survey his domain, as it were. Potentially looking for ghouls or interesting bits of information floating through his domain, so they can, further entrench his grip. In the trade area of his city, there's a man who is loudly calling, "Come, come, come see my wares! Magical trinkets from all across the land. I am the amazing Rashid." Malvosin can tell he is clear. He's not Arabic, but he is not from here. He is more the lighter Egyptian complexion.
Cool. With a small, spring in his step, where does the Malvosin is going to approach, looking glad, almost smiling as he looks through the wares. What the man has.
As Malvosin approaches, a little metronome goes off, and he looks right at you, and he says, "Most honorable kindred patron, it is a pleasure to have you come see my wares."
He simply nods and smiles. Now, what do you sell?
I have an assortment of things. Ritual components, magic items, things for all manner of kindred.
Any of these magical items work on humans?
Yes. Some that work on humans, some that work on vampires, other supernaturals, all sorts of things.
Oh. I would, if you have, that is. I have always wanted myself one of these trinkets of fertility. One of those things that makes the woman pregnant oh so much often. Do you
Well,
have
of
one of
course.
those?
Of course I do.
I want you to supply me with as many as you have.
He takes off a polished blue stone. And he picks it up. This is my fertility charm. You merely need to put it under the bed of the individual that you want to get pregnant, and they are guaranteed to get pregnant.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Huh. That is very good. Is this some one-time use?
No.
Great. I will gladly take this, my good merchant. What do you want me to pay for this?
I know that in this area, an ally of mine was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I would like vengeance on that person.
Who is this person?
From what I understand, a very overzealous Bruja.
Oh. He is well accounted for already, one would say. He is on his way to get his punishment for breaking many laws. Maybe death, maybe not. I know, however, where he is going. I can tell you where he is.
Oh, where's that?
That is up in the mountains. There is a cloister, a cathedral. He is there with one of my good friends, the Father Augustus Civilius. And he will mention said monastery, I think it is. Jake, you can fill me in on what monastery it is. Jake?
It's cool. He will nod. We assume that you tell him what monastery it is, and he will just nod. And he will say, well then, if I had to think of something else, I would be happy to part with this for 4 babies.
Babies?
Yes.
But I have already given you chance for revenge.
I thought he was here. Maybe 4 babies is too much. I would have to still go track him down, which I will do shortly. 1 child. 1 child in your information.
A child. That is all.
Yes.
Okay. A child you will have. But before I procure this child for you, I must ask you something.
Yes.
I am the lord of this domain, and I wish to know your name.
Rashid
Of
Cairo.
Are you of the clan, what do you call them, serpents?
Yes. Although I do not worship the god that my brethren do, and so I am outcast from them and travel the land by myself.
Okay. That is quite alright. You will meet me outside the city tonight, and you will get your child.
He will bow to you, of course, honorable one.
And he will simply walk away.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to check into something real quick.
Okay. If Jake's not back yet, I guess if anybody else is going to be in the...
I'm back and stuff, but I thought that Josh and Chris were going to jump into Stay Zenobi because that's where they said they were going to be.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were talking and I don't even know where they are. So.
I wrote it in the chat. Why don't you fucking open your eyes, Chris? You old bastard. Put on your glasses.
Yeah, oh, shut the fuck up. They're in St. Zenobi. What building are they in?
They're not in the building. They're in the marketplace like it says in the chat, you dumb fuck.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
So, yeah, you guys, if you're in Stan Zenobi, the town is running much as it usually does, but there's a loud hawker trying to get people to buy his goods. He calls out that his name is the amazing Rashid, and he has many fine magical wares for those interested.
All right, well, I'll walk up to him when I see Euclid there. Eudes.
You can see that he's clearly, it's pretty clear that he's Egyptian. Without much difficulty, you'll be able to discern that. And he has a whole large table full of things. As you approach, a metronome will start moving back and forth, and he will say, most distinguished kindred, how may this poor purveyor be of service?
I will walk him and says, Eudes, it has been a long time, my good friend. How are you today?
Ah, Gilles de la Sang. Nah, yes, I am just procuring some interesting things for the family.
Oh, what sort of interesting things?
A fertility charm. I believe it's Gabrielle's turn to have a child soon.
Is your family growing so much? It is quite interesting. I do not, I do not like to involve myself with my family. They're all backstabbing bastards, as you know. But it is good that you are expecting. And who is your friend here?
And this is, well, I think he can introduce himself. He's a nice man.
With a flourish, he says, "The amazing Rashid."
What is so amazing? I'll like kind of like browse over his stuff.
Okay. I don't know if you like have a lot of occult knowledge or anything, but
I have hearth wisdom.
okay. Well, go ahead and roll some like perception or wisdom.
Alright, deflect my perception. Just a second, my shit's running really slow.
That's cool.
Uh, can I roll as well, by the way?
Yeah, you can roll if you have occult or hearth wisdom, you can roll. It gives you different information.
Cool. I have both. Perception, occult.
Yep.
An old man wanders up to the stall, and it doesn't make the metronome tick.
Alright, I have no idea about anything. Apparently.
Okay. Cool.
I get 4 successes though on occult.
On occult, then you can tell that there's a faint magical aura on most of the items on the table. Like
Cool.
there's energy in them that you know. So these a lot of this is actual stuff, and then a hearth wisdom. And you also can tell that a lot of these things on here, if they don't have a magical aura, they are used in rituals for casting some magics.
Cool.
And if you succeed in the hearth wisdom, you can assume that you know that that there are herbs on there and like poisons and other like things that people may use.
I mean, I completely failed, so.
Right, I'm telling Eric if he goes ahead and rolls his hearth wisdom, that's what he will do.
My half wisdom is bad. I can just roll. I get 1 success. Herbs.
Cool. Yeah, you see that there are definitely some useful herbs on the table as well. Most of them would be good for like harming people.
Right on.
Oh, hope you're not buying anything from this dirty old Saracen. Ah, you're Rashid, you old fruit. You selling your charlatan wares to these fine boys?
You know, all of these wares are completely legitimate.
Oh, yeah, sure they are. Maybe over in Araby, but not over here. We hold things to a higher standard.
Rashid will roll his eyes at the old man.
What's this here? And he picks up something off the table.
The Turkish eye. It wards away evil spirits.
Oh, all right, I'll take one of those. What do you got for keeping ships safe besides cats?
He pulls out there's a small ball, and it's a crystal, and it kind of like every once in a while, something looks like it like moves inside of it, almost like wisps of like mist moving. This will guarantee good weather wherever this goes.
Yes.
But do you have the money to pay for all this, old man?
Apparently not.
Yes, from time to time he forgets what's going on, and now he has no idea.
Yes, that is the burden of age. They tend
Yes.
to they tend to lose their faculties. So you does, my good friend. What have you been up to lately?
Besides recent events, not much. I am going to do an errand just now.
Oh, an
Uh,
errand.
if you wish to join me.
I would be more than happy to. But before we leave, Rashid, you're selling items of the arcane nature. Would you be interested in adding to your collection, or perhaps a trade of some sort?
Of
I
course.
have I do not have it on me, but for some time we could arrange a meeting. I have come into a very interesting item, which, unfortunately, it is beyond my capabilities um, to understand at the moment what it does. It has, but I've been assured that it is of quite magical and occult nature.
Of course, I would be interested at looking at it. Perhaps I can ascertain something of its nature, and then we may be able to do a trade.
Yes, that would be most efficacious to me. But I will leave you to dicker with this quite deaf and senile old man.
Thank you for your time.
And I guess both of them walk off from the cart.
I basically switched my cape around me, holding with one side, keeping my sword bared just in case as I walk off with them. Just the handle, just so my cape doesn't cover the sword.
So, my friend,
Yes, I have heard you have been up to such merrymaking lately.
yes, much fine things has been going on. Mainly the irresistible delight of the Black Elysium that was recently when, well, people got into fisticuffs with each other.
I am so sorry to have missed it. Such a thing. It is always good to see such high spirits amongst uh, even the aged kindred of our society.
Ah, yes, yes. Even some of our brethren fell, not the final death, but into torpor.
Oh, and you see me, I raise an eyebrow at that. Oh, what has happened to them? I hope
Well,
they're all right.
3 of them are still very much asleep in the Bastion de Blanc.
3 of them. Oh, I suppose they do not know how to handle a Morvosin party.
Oh, no, no. But we in the family, we are taking care of them, waiting for them to return from their slumber, so we can reap their boons.
Yes, it is good you're taking care of them. Have you contacted the people of their clans to come claim them? Because I know that caring for such a torpid kindred can be such a burden. Weighs upon the consciousness, to see them in such a state.
No, no. Well, one of them is of my clan, and he winks at you. So I'm simply taking care of him. Another I sent to my good friend up in the mountains. He was one of those that the Rashid, the magician, the peddler was looking for. Just simply said where he was. And the other, well, he's the Marquis of this town in human terms. So I'm simply letting him sit where he is. until he wakes up.
Well, I would put them someplace out of the way. You do not want to be around when they wake up. It is quite unpleasant, I have heard.
Nah. It is okay. I handled the man who started the whole thing in the first place. But, Gris, would you help me with something?
Oh,
I need to procure a child.
a child?
A child.
What sort of child?
A child. Simply, and he mentions to you, a short child. A child, those who is yet fully to grow.
Oh, some new sort of merriment. Are you up to, Udas de Mavosin?
No, you see our good friend Rashid, the amazing Rashid. He needs a child as payment for this trinket. To give life, one must take life, I would guess.
A whole child. I do not feel it weighs upon my conscience to give a good Christian child to this obvious heathen. Perhaps we could find a Jew child, perhaps, to give him. Did he specify?
No, he simply said a child.
Well then, do you have a ghetto here in Zenobe?
Well, we have some poor houses. That's about it.
Hmm. I do think that perhaps giving him a Jew child would be best, if we could not find a Saracen, of course.
No. I would give away one of mine, but I have quite a liking to them. And even though Leandre is not one of my favorites and he is quite dumb, I would not give him away, Ty. He is blood.
You have such a soft heart.
For my family, always.
That's right. Yes. Let's go. Perhaps and find a Jew or Saracen child to give this viper.
It is a much splendid idea. I will follow your lead, and he bows to you.
All right. Is there a ghetto in St. Zenobia, Jake?
Yeah, there is.
All right, then me and Udas are gonna head over there.
All right. As you start to make your way over there, you start getting Christian, like upstanding Christians, as you're heading towards the ghetto. And then once you enter the ghetto, you get strange, nervous looks from locals. People like shut shutters and flip signs around to say closed.
All right.
And,
Well, before we go in there, then I'm going to try to do Mask of a Thousand Faces to look like a Jew.
Okay.
What's the roll for that? I don't remember.
It's performance and manipulation.
So I'm not trying to look like anybody specific, so and I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
Alright, looks like 3 successes.
Yep.
So I look
It's
basically
actually difficulty 7 according to the book.
difficulty 7.
Yeah.
So then 2 successes, so
Okay. Yeah, you look unlike yourself.
that's all that I want.
You look like the most generic, like, Jewish guy ever.
Yeah, I look like somebody in a playing Fagin in David Copperfield. Like,
what would it be to actually kind of disguise yourself?
Without the aid of Mask of a Thousand Faces?
Yeah. I think I would have some, or just, pull some clothes off, a drying rack or something like that.
I don't know. It's probably either a performance or a subterfuge test.
I would say performance.
Okay. With what?
Manipulation.
Cool. I can do that. Boom. 2 successes.
Right. You get some shitty clothes and you look less like a noble. You look like a really well-bred peasant.
Well, not that you had this ever looked like a noble.
Do you have
What?
Do you have
You're
the
taking
mask
off
and
your
stuff?
mask, though, right?
Yeah, he has wrapped his forehead very,
Okay.
very, very, very good, and he has taken off his mask.
Okay. Just important to know.
What's he look like under that mask?
He he looks like a rather normal dude. He is not, super pretty or anything. But he looks like he has just gotten a beating or something like that.
Okay. You got like a
Uh,
bruised face or something?
nah, yeah, something like that. And you would see a small trickle of blood going through the wrapping on the forehead.
Word.
If I can, I want to be dressed as a rabbi.
All right. You look like what you think a rabbi looks like.
Okay. That's good enough.
But yeah,
we go.
people give you odd looks. Either way, but
It's
like they
two
don't really pay
it's two
they don't-
successes, so it's not that terrible.
No, it's not terrible. They just they look at you. Who the fuck is this rabbi we've never seen? And who the fuck is this bleeding head guy? But they don't really pay you as much attention.
And just like historically, is this like before or after the Jews were expelled from Spain?
This is before.
Okay.
So we are wandering around the city ghetto.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Saracens and Jewish people and there's some gypsy children running through the streets basically naked, and everyone around here is really dirty. There's some beggars all over the place, and there's even in one section a congregation up against the very far wall to the east side or the west side, a bunch of lepers all just lined up in a row in rags, sitting there with alms bowls out.
Hmm. I walk up to Geese and say softly, everything but the gypsy people are okay. The gypsies are under my protection.
I nod. Oh, sure, I understand. I just kind of like lean on my stick, like I'm an old man.
And I actually take your arm and kind of help you around, even
All right.
furthering the mask. And we are going to look for a solitary, if it is an orphan or whatever, a child.
All right. What time of night is it?
Probably midnight.
All right. Well, let's scout around some houses. Oh, Eudes. Let's scout around some houses with dark alleys behind them. I think this would be the best thing. The child might be sleeping upstairs.
Yes, that is quite true. We can I will walk into the shadows and travel through the alleyways. You go around and look. I will follow you.
All right. And basically, I'll start to just head off someplace, and don't know what Eudes is going to do.
Yeah. So
But I'm just going to get off by myself and fade away.
I'm just walk in the alleys and basically um I'm gonna make a stealth roll, but I'm just checking out how does Shadowplay work now again? Does it add or does it lower my difficulty?
Sorry, what?
Shadowplay, as in used in stealth, does it add? Yeah,
It
I
adds
get,
to your. I mean, subtracts or it makes it
I
easier for you.
yeah, I get an extra die.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make a stealth roll as I move around all sneaky like. That's 5 successes.
All right. Yeah, you're very stealthy. People don't really see your face. Just maybe one or two people will notice a shadowy figure dart out of the corner of their eye, but they just chalk it up to scary ass Dark Ages nonsense.
Yeah. And I am as good as going to look for anything or anyone that would resemble a child.
All right. Give me a perception alertness at difficulty 6.
I'm going to basically try to reach around a shutter and unlatch it while I'm obfuscated.
How are you gonna do that?
Because I have weird ass joints that let
No,
me bend
how
in
you-
ways that
Like I don't understand how you would unlock a shutter that's locked from the inside, from the outside. Like there's not. I understand you're double jointed, but you don't flatten your fingers to stick through super tiny cracks.
but they're shutters, which means they have slats that you can wrap your hand around.
That's
in
true.
the way.
That's true. All right, right on. You can do that.
Now, do you have Vanish?
I mean, I'm going to go into an alley and obfuscate out of sight, and then just do it using obfuscate level 2 for
Okay,
now.
well, if you have Vanish, you can unlatch it and you can make a roll to keep your obfuscate up. If you unlatch
Okay.
it without,
I mean, I do, but I mean, I do have Vanish, so
okay, then you'll need to make after you when you touch it to unlatch it, you'll immediately make a Vanish roll, and if you succeed, then you don't break. Then no one sees you doing it.
okay. So I make a stealth and dex roll.
I think it's actually. I don't know. Double check that Vanish roll.
Charisma plus stealth.
There you go. Charisma stealth. If anybody could see you, it would be versus their wits and something. As a diff.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone can see you, it's versus difficulty equals wits plus alertness. So I guess
if you're in a dark, if you're in a dark alley, let's just say it's 4. People can't really see you. It's really easy diff.
All right, second. Um, 2 successes.
That's enough. You unlatch it successfully, and no one can tell that. Even people, who could have been casually in the house just don't see you, and it is available for you to get into.
All right. I'm just going to go and see if they have. I'm just going to just go through the house, avoiding wherever the parents' main room is. I'm looking for cribs or stuff like that.
I don't know, Jake. Do you want to give him a luck dice, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Roll one of those plus/minus dice.
Okay. As always, it comes up blank.
All right. There's no cribs or anything, but there are. There's a big family bed with the mom and the dad and 3 small children in it. And the
Like-
3 small children are in the center of the bed, and the mom and dad are on either side.
All right, like how small are the
Like-
children? I want basically a toddler or
Yeah,
less.
one of them looks like he's about 5, the oldest. And then there's one that's like a toddler, and there's one that is not an infant, but like probably can't talk and stuff like that little of a baby.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to maybe just feed off one of the parents while they're asleep.
All right.
I'm basically going to like fill myself up and kill them if like I can, or do I have to make some sort of roll for that so they don't wake up?
I just rolled for like the kiss. They get to like resist it with willpower, right?
No, vampires do, not humans.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
all right then. Then never mind. Yeah, you bite them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill like both the adults, drain them dry,
Yeah, they have some nocturnal emissions and die.
and then I'm going to take the smallest child.
Okay. That might cause you to break obfuscate. So.
Oh, feeding will cause you to break obfuscate.
Oh, all right.
That's
Well,
fine.
you've broken. Okay, so you've broken obfuscate. Do a dex stealth to like snatch this child up and cover his mouth and whisk him
All right.
away.
All right. Difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 3 successes.
All right. Here's the toddler next to him. 2 successes. Doesn't hear you. The older kid. 3 successes. Huh? What's going on? Like the shrillest,
I will,
most,
like,
nasally
grab-
scream.
Just before while he's saying what is this, I'm gonna maybe try to make some sort of initiative thing and just cut off his wind cord by like squeezing the life out of his throat.
Okay, make a dex roll.
Okay. What is my roll? I think it's 2. Yeah. All the successes.
All right, yeah, you grab his throat and start crushing the life out of him, and the kid that you're holding is screaming now because you have to remove your mouth or your
Okay,
hand from his mouth.
nobody. Okay, then I'll spend a blood point and nobody can hear a thing.
All right, right on. The kid is obviously like shaking and screaming in your arms as you crush the life out of his brother, but yeah, you snap his neck and you crush his windpipe, and then he just like his head lolls off to the side. And the middle child wakes up and starts screaming and can't hear it.
I'll kill it too.
Alright. I'll just let you do it because it's like a fucking 3-year-old kid. You murder this 5-year-old, this 3-year-old, and his 2 parents and grab this kid.
All right, and then I will just basically sneak out of the place.
Yeah, just give me one more stealth roll.
All right.
Good enough.
Yeah, that's at least 3 successes. Assuming, well, that's 4 successes, even if it's like higher difficulty.
No, it's just regular difficulty because you cut off the screams.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've murdered an entire family save one who you're about to trade to someone else to murder. Good job.
I'm a nice person.
Yeah. Jesus smiles on you. You can feel it from above.
Well, they're not Christians, so it's okay.
Yeah, he's like, good job. You're doing my work.
And I failed my perception roll.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
No. So after a while, Redis is just gonna walk out in the middle of the street and, await Greaves.
I will wait until the child calms down.
It does not calm down.
Okay, then
I don't know.
I'll just choke it out. Not kill it, but just choke it out.
Give me a strength, just straight strength.
Okay, straight strength.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what my strength is again.
We're such great people.
Marvel sins, man. They're your good neighbors.
Fucking good neighbors.
They are. Why is this thing just shutting off all of a sudden?
I'll roll it if you want.
I think I'm lagging or something. Oh, well, it's 3 dice
Okay.
for just straight strength.
Okay. You fail your strength check and don't kill the child. But you like clamp your hand over its face and it it doesn't calm down. It just you've muffled the screams.
I'm just gonna hold it there, like hold my thing over his mouth and plug his nose until he passes out from lack of oxygen.
All right. The baby dies.
I'm not gonna kill it. I mean, you
Bro,
can choke somebody out and not kill them.
Yeah, you can choke somebody out. You can't choke a baby out without killing it.
It's really easy to kill a baby that way.
Uh,
They rolled. They're like.
I thought it was older than a baby.
It's less than a 2-year-old toddler. It's like a baby who's able
Then I
to
don't-
stop.
And I don't have to then, because
Yeah, he said it wasn't able to talk, so it's like really young.
okay, and that's fine then.
You're now holding a dead baby.
Dead babies.
Or then I'll just go get another baby.
What do you do with this one?
I look around. Are we anywhere near the water?
No.
Then how far am I away from the family that's all been murdered?
2 blocks.
I mean, I wouldn't have carried the baby 2 blocks and then choked it out, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it was screaming, so you were choking it out while it was screaming and muffling its screams, and then it died. I don't know, fine, a block. You're a block away.
Yeah.
Or then I'll just go back and put it back in the window
Alright, do a stealth roll.
with the dead family.
Just throw the
Do
babies
a
in
stealth
the
roll,
window.
diff 8.
Alright, I make a success.
Alright. You just barely are able to, pop the baby in the window around the corner. You hear, it roll inside, and, you dart back around before, anyone notices.
So, while all this is going on, can I make another perception roll?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be there. But I make 1 success.
Alright, you hear what sounds like 2 small dogs barking and a group of children yeah, get him!
Okay, I'm gonna approach.
In an alleyway, there's some kids. They have 2 puppies that are play fighting in the middle of a ring, and they're all standing around, betting with grapes.
Cool.
Yeah, get him, Moshi, get him!
These kids are hard as fuck.
Yeah. I'm just go up to him and try to look kind of nice. I'm not bleeding all over the place, but there's a small stripe of blood in my forehead. And I'm take out some juggling balls and start to juggle.
Fuck off, clown! We're having a dog fight. Yeah, get him, yeah.
Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna shine some nice coins and go like, my kids, I need some help with something.
All right, all these Jewish kids like leap at you. Ah, gold! Just kidding, but they do like a bunch of them like shuffle up to you and start like grabbing at your clothes, trying to like climb up you basically to reach this gold.
And I'm gonna just look, look at them and kind of go like, well, I it's only a job for one of you, but, and I'll just point to like a kid and go like, but you sound fine.
Yay! No, don't take him. He's a jabroni. Take us. Take me instead. No, I'm bigger. Take me. No, take me. Take me. I'm clever. My dad's a rabbi. No, take me instead.
I'm just, but you boy, come here. I need you some help.
Okay.
You will get these free coins.
Oh, free coins. I don't have to like close my eyes and suck anything out of a hose, do I?
No.
All right.
And I'm gonna just make him follow me for a bit.
All right.
And when I'm cool, I'm just gonna make a dexterity roll and just restrain him and put a piece of cloth in his mouth and tie him up.
All right, we'll do a dex brawl to like grab him first. He's gonna try to dodge. Hey, what's the big idea?
What's the big idea?
You gotta beat 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
Damn. Like this kid has three dex and 2 brawl or something like that.
He's got 3 dex and 2 athletics.
Okay.
That's
He's
life.
a wiry little like street urchin kid. He's got to run away from people trying to hit him with blackjacks.
That's life.
I'm just gonna spend a point of point into celerity then and make another roll before he can
Right.
even.
Yeah, go for it. He's like, hey, what are you doing?
Before he even knows what fucking happened.
Yes, go ahead.
You know what would have been infinitely more easier if you just went to a slave market and just brought a child instead of trying to rip people off the street.
You grab him. Help! 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 Rapist! 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 And like lights start coming, or candles start getting lit in windows.
Like he will have a cloth in his mouth before he even he can say more than help.
I mean, you do like another dex brawl. Because he's like shaking and squirming and trying. Actually, do a strength brawl. I mean, obviously you're probably gonna win, but like we'll see.
I don't know. My brawl is not too fucking great though.
You gotta beat 3 successes.
Whoa.
I'm gonna spend a blood into strength.
All right.
Fuck it. I never did put a thing in my strength thing, a specialty, but those are not D10s.
No, they're not.
I have a specialty, so in something strength related. So that 10 is a double. 4.
I mean, depending on what it is, I would assume that you would be doing like a damage specialty, unless your specialty was like, strong arms.
Strong hands.
I was thinking powerful arms or something like that.
I mean, it's a very opportune moment to decide on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not let you have it, but I'll let you have the next 10. And he squirms out of your grasp. Rapist!
He squirms out of my grasp when I'm trying to stop a thing, and that's bullshit.
You failed the fucking strength check to hold on to him. He's a wiry little street urchin. You got 3 successes. He got 3 successes. Tie goes to the defender. He pops out of your arms. Rapist!
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to grab him one more time then.
All right.
And then I'm gonna just slicker out because these guys have like 5 celerity or something like that. Even they can even do stuff in my celerity rounds. I didn't know they could do that, but still.
I mean, your
Sure.
celerity round was to grab him.
Yeah,
Went
but
into the next thing. Your celerity round doesn't give you a free like extra strength. Like, it's an opposed strength check to grapple anybody, be they a baby or a 90-year-old man.
I try to grab him one more time then.
Yes, go ahead. He will try to dodge or at least run away. All right, he botches, so he falls down.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna stay out of the shadows and just go away from there.
People are coming out of their houses at this point.
I can still make a fucking stealth roll.
Yeah, go ahead. But I mean, you're like in the middle of the street with houses and stuff. Chased this kid. He tripped, yelling rapist.
But I get 3 successes.
All right.
Oh yeah, and I have an additional die though, so I'm just gonna roll that as well. 4 successes.
Okay. You stealthily like begin to like move this kid away, but he's still squirming and screaming. Help!
He's not screaming. He's going. "Whoa."
Yeah.
He didn't like re-put a cloth in his mouth. He grabbed him after he fell and picked him up. You don't get like when you grab somebody, you don't get an instant muffle their mouth thing and shove things in their mouth. Like that's another whole action.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do that one more time then, because you're being.
Yeah. Listen, bro, I killed Evan yesterday, like straight up, with a fucking like Geosius. You're having a hard time with a little Jewish street urchin and getting mad at me.
Let's just be cool and just do the scene.
Sorry this wasn't as easy as you anticipated to just snatch some random kid from a gang off the street.
So what am I rolling?
But yeah, sure, you managed to like muffle his mouth, but now people are coming out and like look. I mean, like you made your stealth roll.
Jake, what am I rolling? Let me roll.
You can just do it, whatever. You stuff a thing in his mouth, you like turn into a shadow and disappear into the dark, and none of these people from the surrounding buildings have any idea.
Jake, don't be a bitch now. Just
Don't do that. Just like tell him what he's got to do to make it
Same
happen.
thing last time. Dex Brawl to shove this fucking cloth in this kid's mouth, but he's screaming.
3 successes.
Okay, shove it in his mouth. He stops screaming. There are people coming out of houses. I mean, like.
And I just made a stealth roll to get out of there and 4 successes.
Alright. You managed to somehow, like, get away.
Well, you should probably assume, Eric, that your stealth roll is 1 difficulty higher because the kid is kicking you and struggling.
Yeah. Those things I got was a 7, 8, and a 9. So.
Sounds good.
2 7s, 8, and a 9.
Alright, you're now carrying this kid through the streets. He's still kicking and squirming and screaming.
I'm just gonna carry him outside the city limits.
Alright, make another strength brawl.
So that's 5. You know what? I'm just gonna. Nah, fuck it. I get 2.
Alright, he kicks you in, like, the instep and squirms out of your grasp, pulls the cloth out of his mouth. Help me!
How far away are we now? I'm guessing we're a bit away, or at least.
Couple of blocks.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Fuck it. You know what, kid? I'm just gonna hit you straight over the fucking face because you ain't a little bitch.
Roll that shit, son.
So let's see. Boom. 1 success.
Alright. He dodges your blow.
Damn it, kid. Okay.
And now people start coming out of their fucking houses.
Pop some fucking speed and roll this dude, Eric.
Yeah, like I'm gonna just I spent 1, 2, Okay. This kid is like mainly getting on my nerves now. I'm gonna spend 2 blood, 1 into dexterity, 1 into fucking celerity. Grab this piece of motherfucker and hit him over the head as I have him grabbed.
Alright, do the dex roll to grab him first, then you can hit him next round.
Cool. 4 successes. 5 successes.
He can't possibly beat that, so... Let go of that kid, you fuck!
And I'm hit him. He's grabbed, so I get automatic hits, I think.
I mean, you get lowered difficulty to hit. But, yeah.
Yeah. Shit. And boom. What difficulty?
4.
Yeah, so I get 2. I mean, he can't really dodge when he's grabbed.
No, he can't.
Yeah. So I hit him.
Do your damage.
I think I said I spend into. Did I say I spend into strength?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. He gets 1 bashing.
Soaks it like a boss. You hit like a pussy! And then, from behind you... Actually, I guess you can roll for initiative, but there's like a whole bunch of angry-looking people coming out of their houses now, and some of them have like clubs, some of them have like knives, and stuff like that. They're trying to steal our Jewish youth to use in their horrible experiments, and they say that we eat babies. And they start coming out of their houses.
I'm gonna just pop 1 celerity just run. Or I think
well,
you don't look awfully fucking fast when you pop 1 celerity, but I'm
You
just
totally
gonna
do. You look supernaturally fast.
Nah, I'd say you're like Olympic runner.
I don't give a fuck. I say you're supernaturally fast because you're using celerity.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna roll athletics and you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna trap the kid and run away.
Alright.
Well, Eric has taken all the attention away from Chris, though.
Yes. There are now like like a literal angry mob with torches and pitchforks forming, and
That means they left their kids alone at home.
yes, it does.
So while they're all running out searching for this dude, I'm just gonna like grab us baby. It's like can't cry. And
There's a mother in here.
like, and when do I have to roll the finding?
Roll like a roll like a wits streetwise if you have that. And I don't know if you don't have streetwise. I don't know what else you would roll.
I don't think streetwise is a skill in Dark Ages.
I don't know. Some people submitted sheets with streetwise though. I have a Dark Ages sheet that has streetwise on it right in front of me.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, there are different ones that do, so I don't know which one to go with that.
I have an investigation.
Yeah.
And wits investigation.
Yes.
And I have that. I think that's just a simple failure.
Alright. Yeah. Every like house you look into, there's like women hiding their children, and they all have their children like pressed to their breasts, as obviously like there's some sort of ring of child kidnappings going on tonight.
Okay. All right. Well,
You don't find any unattended children. If you want, you're gonna have to like go in and deal with the mothers.
all right. So I will find like a young mother who's maybe about 16 or so.
Yep, you do. She's got an infant clutched to her chest.
And bitch. Nah, it's not a child, dude. 16 is like almost like the end of your life expectancy in the Middle Ages.
you
that's what I'm saying.
were
It's not like a legit fight. I would like Google that and like that's mine now. That's like a soldier. He survived. No, I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Continue with the scene.
I'm just going to I'm just gonna like run up and crush her neck if I can.
All right, do a dex roll.
Dex brawl, cool.
She's not going to resist because she's like holding this child. Maybe. Well, I'll give her a dodge at a higher difficulty.
4 successes.
Okay. She gets 1. All right, so you're able to do it. Roll damage.
So
Chris has crushed
3
so many
extra.
necks this scene. His knightly name needs to be the Neck Crusher.
I'm hard.
They call him Crunch.
I got 3 successes, so I get 2 extra dice to the strength roll for this.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've just like filled myself up, I killed these 2 dudes. I'm gonna buff my strength.
Okay.
One, 2, 3 bashing to her.
Okay. That's more than her stamina, so let me just roll this again. Yeah, she doesn't. Okay, so you choke her. She turns blue fairly quickly, and like you just see this absolute look of horror in her face as she realizes that she's about to lose consciousness, and you're about to rip her brand new baby out of her arms, and a single tear runs down her cheek as her eyes, the blood vessels in her eyes pop.
I lean as she's crying, and I lick the tear off her cheek as I murder her. And I kind of like prolong it for a little bit, just so I can like
do you have the common
look
sense
at her. Well, no, but I just like I want to like savor the
All right, whatever.
moment as I look into her eyes.
Yeah, you pop a half chub and she dies.
And I take underneath my cloak, just kind of hold it like that, and I will like head in the opposite direction of the angry mob.
All right, the baby cries, but the mob is in the opposite direction, and you're able to like make your way back to the market square if you want.
All right, or wherever like we would actually probably
we shouldn't meet at
go back to like
Square.
wherever we.
Oh yeah, Market
Right.
Square.
Then I'll go back to wherever we said to meet.
Yeah. Look, I guess we have some kind of rendezvous point at some point.
Eric, give me one more stealth roll.
I can do that.
Making my way down, walking fast.
faces, pressing hold on.
I'm a nice person.
I could fall into the sky.
10 dice. Boom. That was not a great roll. One,
How many did
two,
you get, though?
3, 4.
You're good. You give him the slip.
Fucking Jewish people.
Right?
Should
Always
all
causing
die.
fucking trouble, not wanting to die when you want him to.
No, fucking
Yeah.
Jewish people.
That's right, man. You're fucking in charge of this place. It's time to fucking fuck those Jewish dudes up.
That's it. All your street
They're
urchins
gonna,
are
they're gonna be like
Alright, well you make it
Just make
you
a
make
rule
it
that all
back
the
to Market
street
Square.
urchins now.
Yeah, and we just hand this guy this baby.
He's outside
The
town.
first thing I do is I walk up and I look at Morbus and like whatever from running and spinning blood and everything, and I will
Yeah.
just smile a big toothy white smile. It's,
Yeah.
Oh, have you had any luck, Utez?
No. And he, at this point,
There.
he has thrown off some of this garb he had on him and put back his mask. No, these people are tricky. Maybe the tales about them are true.
Yes, they're quite clever, but Guy de Lusignan, and I'll throw back my cloak with a flourish, holding the baby underneath, is more clever.
Yes. Yes.
And I will show him what.
It's like a sad-looking baby with curly cues.
Yes. You stay here. I'll go and get our friend.
I will sit there and I will let the baby suck on my finger as I wait.
And I'll go and get Rashid the amazing or magnificent or whatever his name was.
Okay, where do you go?
I go to the marketplace where he was.
He's not there.
Cool. Then I'll go to the closest
I think you
gate.
said to meet us in the forest.
Yeah. I go to the closest gate.
You can see him probably 200 feet away from the closest gate, like outside of town.
Yeah. And
He's standing there with a big question mark over his head.
Yep.
Procure one baby. Give him 50 XP. I just I nod to him and call to him to wait, and I just go and get Gil, and we go meet him where he's standing.
Okay. You come back.
Wait.
His wares are put up. You guys come up and you have this child. He gently takes the child from you and puts it in a baby bed in the back of his cart. He gently slides it in and pushes it back some, then closes the back of his cart, and then he produces that blue stone and hands it to Mopacin.
He sighs and looks to the stone and goes, "Well, for the fucking best of the family, I guess. I thank you. You're welcome to my city anytime."
Thank you. And he will bow at Chris as well and say, hopefully we'll also be able to do business. Now I travel north.
Yes. So it just so happens that I make my home north of here.
Well, it will be a pleasure to deal with you again, sir.
I will ruffle the baby's hair.
Okay.
Maybe pressing a little bit on its soft spot.
Sure.
And then I'll just walk off with Udez.
And I think our little story and
Okay.
Well, we can't stop recording because then he has to hit the stop button. He dropped off.
yeah, fix it in post.
We'll do it live.
Doing it live. I don't know what happened to.
Killing babies.
I'm gonna go. He said something. I'm gonna go check for aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we all leave the hangout, will it stop recording?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we can just call this an end of Jakescape by night, and everybody.
Unless Josh has something
Oh, yeah.
to do.
I guess. I'm sorry, Josh. I didn't even notice you're in here. Would you like to do anything before the scene ends?
No, I'm good. It was actually rather fun to just kind of see these guys try and bunglingly capture a child. So I'm good.
What are you talking
All right.
about? I captured 2 children with nobody even noticing.
Whatever the case may be, let's all just bail out and end the scene so Jake doesn't have to do a bunch of whatever to fix it.
Yep.
All right, bye.